All right, how's it going, everybody? So what Michael put here, I put in the comments. Michael's comments. I did some prep for the first time in a long time. So I'm building a spreadsheet for October 2nd. Tells and the gematria for October 2nd and any gematria for October 4th. I'm hoping we can get into over time. And so Michael said Dr. Pepper, which is 98 in simple, 588 in English. Gematria comes to 88, eighth king, Day of the Dead, chosen one, and Lupercalia. What is the opposite day of October 2nd? Thank you, Michael, for that, by the way. So it'd be November, December, January, February, March, April. So it'd be April 2nd. April 2nd is its opposite day. Okay. And Alec Baldwin's birthday. Didn't they say Jesus's birthday? I mean, Jesus died on April 3rd. Alec Baldwin birthday, April 3rd. Yeah. What day did Jesus die on? March 23rd, 29 AD. That's just, that's a Wikipedia thing. Jesus died on April 3rd. Jesus died on April 3rd, 33 AD. So you get various. So you can't help but wonder, is that what it's all about? Is the opposite? They're basing that off of the Passover at the time. I'm assuming. You really got to check your sources on all this. 14 Nisan, April 3rd, about 3 p.m. So most, you get a lot of things about that. So it's the opposite day of the year. Just like opposite my birthday is January 6th. I know. Michael said that's crazy. Dr. Pepper was founded in 1885. Yep, I put that in the spreadsheet too. Charlie Brown said when I started looking for clues on YouTube, like we all did, I never thought I would run into someone that this whole thing is actually revolving around. You are like the key to this whole thing. Well, of course, absolutely not. But I think I know what you're saying. So let's put it in perspective. If, and nothing's been proven out, but God's always had human point guards or point personnel or human resources department. He's always had a human resources department to run his church. And, God's the CFO, the CEO. He's the writer, director, producer, but he has actors. He himself even starred in a cameo appearance as himself in this thing. But there's always been human. And there were times like in the Old Testament where what were referred to as prophets, which we don't have prophets today, just like we don't have miracle workers today. The apostles were the last ones that could perform Jesus's miracles. So that's very important to understand. So there's no real apostles today. We can look to a lot of what was said to the apostles or the fate of them. And then, maybe figure out that the higher up you are in human resources, the more likely you are to have a unpleasant death, though we think which we look at most people's deaths aren't very pleasant. So I don't even know what I mean by that, but you get the idea. You know, John the Baptist. I like John the Baptist. I felt years ago, I'm like, I like John the Baptist. He was making the way for Jesus Christ, and I'm making the way for Jesus Christ's return. I'm going to tell the truth. You know, get your spiritual affairs in order. He's coming, right? And I like John the Baptist, and I like Daniel. Daniel was living in Babylon. Daniel was connected to end times understanding the end times. I had 404 as my first address, 404 Lime Street, showed you all that many times. I seem to be connected to the book of Revelation, an end times book, which leads you over, you know, and Daniel did his job, well respected, living in Babylon. Boom. Do your best. Don't be of it. And anytime he was made to be of it, he refused to be of it. And the Lord allowed him to escape death. Well, how has the Lord allowed me to escape death? Well, I don't know. I haven't been put in a car accident that killed me. I haven't been arrested, framed, murdered yet. So whatever. I've been allowed to stay alive, living right here in the county that I live in, which is ground zero, in my opinion. 2 high school football teams, one's Red Devils, one's Blue Devils. I mean, I don't even, where do you want me to begin, right? This place where I live it is quite the hub of their world. And I don't know why I'm talking to y'all while I'm cleaning off this mess. So God loved John. John wrote Revelation. If God's given me his truth and his discernment and allowed me to be a voice, then obviously he loves me. And y'all have to put yourselves in these exact same situations. These are the people you want to emulate. Are you still cursing? Are you dropping S-bombs or F-bombs? Do you say WTF on your social media? I don't say WTF anymore. Lord, clean me up of it. I used to cuss. I wasn't a big cusser. But he's pulled me out of, you can't even imagine what all. Just, you know, astrology, smoking weed, all of it. So, you know, yes, through the numbers, through discernment, through him giving me the truth in his word, I am a point guard of information. I would say I'm the, right now I'm the manager of human resources. How about that? And we are all sourced out here on this channel. We all believe, at least the ones that are speaking usually on these comments, we believe we're here all part of the same belief system as far as the church is concerned. God doesn't love everybody. He only came for his sheep. Jesus only came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Hell is not eternal torment. You're raised judge. You receive a second death. All the things that I teach on Telling Truth Archives. I thought about changing my channel to October 2nd, 2022. But there's no use in doing that now. But yeah, if you're saying I'm the key to delivering insight, well, so far so good. Michael, Jamie, you, Christian doesn't come on here anymore, so I don't know what happened between Christian and Justin and all that kind of stuff. But insight is insight. The key to, like Robert Langdon in the movie The Da Vinci Code, was the key to deciphering all the clues in the movie. That's pretty much what we're doing here. Me, Michael, Jamie, Charlie, anybody. That's what we're doing. We're trying to figure stuff out. And, but the Lord, for some reason, as Trump was chosen, I do feel like I'm the antithesis of Trump as a point guard. He's the point guard for Satan, and there's a possibility that I'm the point guard for Jesus. And if something happens to me, somebody else will fill that role. If I die tomorrow, somebody's going to fill that role. If I get in a car accident and I'm brain dead or paralyzed from the neck down, somebody else will fill that role. I mean, but we're all the same. We're all the same person in the eyes of the Lord. So, best way to explain that. So I looked up October 2nd, 2022, and just started to scroll down on the initial page, and it came up to December 21, 2020. That's great conjunction. How in the world do you have that many letters? December 21, 2020 is a perfect match for October 2nd, 2022. Every single letter. It matches in all two ciphers. Hang on, I've lost my scroll spot. All right, it matches it in 2 of the 3 ciphers. Let's see what it does. Let me pause so I don't waste your time. God, Michael's so much better at this than me, but I'm learning. So October 2nd, 2022 and December 21, 2020. It does match the 139 and the 410. 139 and the 410. So it matches 1, 2, 3. It matches 4 of 6 ciphers. 4 of 7 ciphers. There's 4 here, but 1 overlaps. So it's 6. That's right. It's 1, 2, 3. And then 4, 5, 6. Because the simple gematria is in both. There's no English or Jewish in this one. It's English, and then a full reduction of the English, then a reverse ordinal of the English, then a reverse full reduction of the English. I think I'm saying that right, Michael, right? They're all based off of the English. Or is full reduction completely separate from English? You know what I'm saying? Or they're the same color codes, so maybe the reverse ordinal is reverse of the English. And then full reduction is its own thing. So reverse full reduction matches it. So does English. Oh, it's English ordinal. It's not the simple. All right, it's doing the English. Okay, but anyway, it matches the great conjunction in 3 of 6 ciphers. 3 of 6 ciphers. October 2nd, the date we think he's going down matches the great conjunction in 3 of 6 ciphers. Said a different way, 2nd versus 1. Instead of saying 21st, we said 21 for the great conjunction. But still, 3 out of 6 ciphers. That's an amazing match. Just an amazing match. I'll get to more of that stuff later, I guess. I would rather Michael do it. And Michael, what we're researching is October 2nd, 2022. What all does it come to? You know what I mean? It's long. It's super long. There's so many letters. That's why it's like, how in the world did it match that great conjunction? And I guess what we should do is look at the great conjunction of December 21st, 2020, move it over to October 2nd. How many days? It's 650 days. That's right. Now that building, there's a gigantic building over there next to me. It's gigantic for my city. It's a elderly condominium complex. But like I'm in a 6-story building, it's like 10 or 11 stories. And they made the biggest 650 on there. And I need to take a picture of it and show it to y'all. Comes to a clean 15,600 hours. Comes to a clean 936,000 minutes. I mean, my goodness, the 65s and 56s in here. And you know, you got the Super Bowl 50s, 21 months, 11 days, 1 year, 9 months, 11 days. There's your 1, 9, 11. So that great conjunction, 650 days after that great, basically what they were saying was that the great conjunction, y'all got 650 days of what we're going to call normalcy, even though ain't nothing been normal. This is going to be as good as it gets for y'all. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. 93. So you got a 36 in there. 936,000. 156,00650. How many seconds? 56 million. And then 160. That's a clean 0. And then 000. That's a clean set of digits there. October 2nd, 2022, when I keyed it in here, it came to Freemasons. Eric Dubé, who is the Hindu Buddhist flat earther, came to New Year's Eve. What is that song by U2? In my mind, it was No More Crying on New Year's Day. New Year's Day lyrics, U2. But I think I'm wrong. All is quiet on New Year's Day. The world in white gets underway. Oh. I want to be with you night and day. Nothing changes on New Year's Day. Well, it says New Year's Eve. Anyway, number 9. And there's a song called Number 9 Dream by John Lennon. Number 5, head injury comes up. Marvin Gaye, who was shot by his dad, just like Earl was shot by his mom. Cornucopia. Adam Smith was a really good friend of mine at one time. Teacher of the year here in Polk County. But ever since I went the way of free will, I don't hear from him no more. I got my suspicions about what all he's a part of. So, you know, I would love for Michael to go through that. You got Tom Selleck. You know, that was funny. He came up on a CBS TV show last night. I guess Tom Selleck, CBS TV show. And I was going to ask Michael to do Magnum PI. And it ends up being his name. Blue Bloods is the TV show. It was on TV. Blue Bloods, Friday night. I was working out. It was up there on the where there is Blue Blood on Friday night. Blue Blood season 11. 12 premieres Friday, October. Anyway, so yeah, it was on last night. I saw him up there. Old Magnum, he's getting older. You know what I mean? Like we all are. And but that's interesting. 929. 295. The Rangers comes up. Michael had sent us something about the New York Rangers and Trump. Mark Messier, I think it was. West Hollywood, White Snake. And I mean, now this is the full date keyed into this thing. And would love for Michael to go through it. There's a lot of stuff on this thing. Al Cowlings. Wow. AC. Ha. Al Cowlings. Al Cowlings and the White Bronco. That's how you spell it. Isn't that something? So October 2nd, 2022 comes up to AC Antichrist, Al Cowlings with the OJ Bronco White Horse. It's the White Horse. It's driving the White Horse. I can't tell you how thankful and grateful we are and humbled if the Holy Spirit really did give us the day that the book is opened and the Abomination of Desolation Day. That's just fascinating. His grace and mercy is. Now, October 2nd, I've got all of the gematria tells that Michael had done. By the way, Dr. Pepper, okay, I already read those that Michael did. Anything that Michael did, I'm storing. From now on, everything's going to be stored. Anything, because now I'm not all over the place. We're all over the place. We're like, oh, it'll be January 2nd, January 5th, January 7th, January 10th, January 12th, January 8th, January 15th. If not the 15th, 17th, then we'll be looking at the night. No, I couldn't store anything. All you can do is read through it and go. And the Lord might have said, we're in hope of, let me put y'all out of your misery. This is the day. Quit screwing around. Quit messing around. And the good Lord knows how stupid we all are. We're just sheep. And he gives us these nuggets. When we're in our new bodies with him, there'll be a different level of respect. But right now we're just like, as a school teacher, I walk around campus, I see these little kids and they'll ask you, these questions, or, their brains aren't fully formed. They're just not there. What is this? What is that? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing it? Right? That's the way we are, God. Just like he looks at us like, good grief. Can you wipe the snot off your nose? I mean, so if he told us to clean up our act and he gave us a specific date, then we're going to start. Now I can start creating spreadsheets. Now I can start storing things, and everything Michael does, all of his research will be stored because it's all going to be pinpointing to one thing. Now, anything else Michael sends us, we'll read it, we'll share it, just like we share everybody else's comments. And then, but if it's not pertaining to October 2nd, October 4th, or April 20th, we'll read it, absorb it, but then I'll delete it so as to what people call clutter. See, what was I doing a while ago? I was cleaning off all this clutter here. I don't ever throw nothing away. I never throw nothing away. I got envelopes from all kind of stuff that I don't need. And I just pile it up. I'm like, well, just in case they go, well, we mailed that to you. And I'm like, oh, let me go through my pile of clutter. And I remember when I married Keeney, she came into my house. She's like, I'll take care of this. Pitch it, pitch it, pitch it, pitch it, keep it, pitch it, pitch it, pitch it, keep it, pitch it, pitch it. That's what women are amazing at doing that, right? Boy, I hated losing those Little League trophies. Oh, they were so big. Oh, undefeated Little League football season. Undefeated in county. Didn't lose a game all year. That was good stuff. Guess what our team was? Chiefs. Guess who's probably going to win the last Super Bowl? They were in the first Super Bowl. Chiefs lost to Packers. Now watch. Packers will beat the Chiefs. Now check this out. Guess what team I played on? And guess what team my son played on? I played on Auburndale Packers. Auburndale Packers, 1970s. If they've got pictures, I'm going to freak out. This is all about Green Bay Packers. We were the Packers. We were orange and green. Auburndale Packers. And you tell me that's what comes up. I got pictures of us though, and I got pictures of me in my 19 with my 55 jersey. And how many days apart are me and Trump? 5, 5, 0, 0 and 23 hours. Yeah, I wore 55 for the Packers. Y'all want to see a picture? So I guarantee I got one. Just ask. Call me out. Say you're a liar. You were not number 55 for the Auburndale Packers. Just call me out. And then my son played for the Pee Wee Chiefs. Got pictures of that. I was 55. He was 22. And he was born on the 22nd. I think that's why he picked the jersey. Oh, man. Double digits, huh? 55 and 22. So where was I? So October 2nd equals Donald J. Trump in 5 of 6 ciphers. That's right, folks. Thank you, Michael. Donald J. Trump equals October 2nd in 5 of 6 ciphers. And I'm 88 days from that and 288 days from the Abomination of Desolation Day. Here's all the ciphers brought up for you. Now, October 2nd equals Donald Trump in 2 ciphers. I guess I should separate those so we have a clear understanding of what we're looking at. Thank you, Michael. Stairway to Heaven coming to the Dark Knight Rises. I moved over to the 4th because that's when he would rise. So there's a lot of stuff, Michael, that we can start getting creative with and researching. But that Dr. Pepper 10, 2, and 4, forming an upside down pyramid. Trump upside down pyramid at Trump Tower. I mean, it never gets old looking at that. I wonder how much of it they removed. Yeah, they don't show you that anymore, do they? Yeah. Dr. Pepper 10, 2, and 4. I mean, that was a gold mine find right there. Popped. I'm sitting there eating last night and it popped in my head. Boom. That's so old. They don't say that anymore. Nothing. That's the Holy Spirit that does stuff like that. Or you're channeling demons. And the Lord's allowing demons to mislead me. Because that's possible too, you know. I've told you a million times, I'm not sure I'm a sheep. I keep getting those things those little pings of hope where the Lord shows me I'm being hated by the world and he keeps bringing me out of the world. He's cleaned up my mouth, cleaned up drinking habits, smoking habits. Never smoked cigarettes, but you get the idea. I just watched him clean up my act and my flesh. He's cleaned up my flesh constantly. A constant cleansing of the flesh. Constant. This is fascinating. Aaron Rodgers, born on December 2nd, 1983, comes to October 2nd. Excuse me. Aaron Rodgers, born December 2nd, 1983 to October 2nd, 2022. It does. The only thing, because I looked at as I was going through Michael's stuff and getting rid of the things we no longer need, the things that we've said, because remember, Aaron Rodgers came to a ton of tells in gematria, and his birthday is December 2nd, which is Deca 2. Deca means 10, and of course, our October 2nd is now the 2nd of October is the 10th month. So it's like he's a play on words. He is October 2nd in the bizarro world. But there is, when you get to that last little thing, it says 3886.03% of a common year based off 365-day year. So we had the 886 in there. I think that's probably a coincidence. But just figured I'd throw it out there at you. October 2nd equals La Palma volcano, crazy horse, Anticristo, happy Monday. Well, this coming October 2nd is on a Sunday. But happy Monday, because now the stock market has crashed. Comes to Ron DeSantis. I looked at his birthday. I believe it's September 14th, 1978. And happy Tuesday. Ron DeSantis, Wikipedia. September 14th, 1978. Let's look at him this way. Okay. Now, the date of October 2nd is 10 times 2 times 20, 22. You got a 404, which is my old address, or 404. It's 4044. If you don't, it's 40440. So it's the book of Revelation and God's perfect 40, right? Because, 40 days in the wilderness, it's kind of like the work that has to be put in. 40-hour work week. They had to be out in the wilderness 40 years. It rained for 40 days, 40 nights. Jesus prayed for 40 days, 40 nights. Fasted. 40 is like work being put in, like a 40-hour work week. It's like a process that has to take place. Well, look at the 404 and the 40 that's in that. And this is the numerical system the Lord gave me, right? Is times the day, times the month, times the year. So 10 without any decimals, because usually I put in decimals to get rid of all the commas. It just was easier on my eyes to have one decimal instead of a whole bunch of commas. But I did it without decimals. So 10 times 2 times 2022 comes to 404, which is the amount of verses in the book of Revelation, and then the number 40. And if you remember, the Dark Knight Rises did have 44427 in there. Now, what day would he rise? 4 times 10 times 80880. Or in their world, 88. Like the other one was 444. It's pretty interesting, isn't it? There's 90 days left. Now, I will tell you something interesting as far as how I'm kind of joined to Trump at the hip. Do y'all know how we get Donald Trump, Donald? We'll close with this. This is something I did the other day just for fascination's sake. Let's get rid of everything else. When we think of Donald, we always think of the 119, don't we? And in gematria, he's 119 in Jewish. So we always give him the 119 because it's the reversal of 911. So we always give Donald the 119. Remember, I added it up one time when I said it's 207. That was my apartment number over at the Lake Apartments, 207J. And one of the movies that we looked at was 207 minutes. And, you know, I forget which one it was, but you look over at Trump and we go to the simple gematria, not the Jewish gematria, to get the 88. And we added the 88. We added the 119. And when I did that, and I added the 88 and I got 207. I was like, well, that was my old apartment number, 207J, Lake Apartments, 24th Street. It's now called Haven at Lake Deer Apartments. Used to be just called the Lake Apartments. Okay. And I lived right in there. They have all these little, yeah. 24th Street. I was like, hey, it's my, used to call it my lucky number. We don't say lucky anymore. And you'd come in here, you drive in here, or you drive in here, or you would drive in here. Doesn't give any numbers, does it? Oh, well. But if you want, you can mail something there to 207J. I'm assuming they haven't changed the numbers of there. Of course, I lived there in 83. So if they've changed, they've changed. But I could drive there one day and it was right there. Boom. Pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. So you've got 119 plus 88, it came to 207. Well, I looked up my first name in Jewish just to mirror what he did. And my last name in simple. It came to 89, which is Candy's next marriage number. But the first one was 186, which was the 86 and of the 88, which was me divorcing her second marriage number. We'll add them both together. You're not going to believe it. Add 89 plus 186. You get 275. Guess what day of the year October 2nd is on in 2022? It's on the 275th day. Which all goes back to that whole thing you were saying, like, oh, you're like linked to all this. You have to include the day. It's 275th day. It's a perfect 6600 hours for the book of Revelation, 66th book in the Bible. Again, you've got all the zeros. an even 6600 hours, 396,000 minutes, 2376,000 seconds. Very clean again. It's 9 months and 2 days. 9 months and 2 days. So it's 2 days and 9 months. And on Hebrews 2:9 is the crowning, the death and the crowning of Jesus. If I come over here and just highlight death, it'll log me in because I've already highlighted it. Death crown. The crowning is the death. That's Hebrews 2:9, chapter 2, verse 9. And it is 2 days and 9 months. Yeah, you're having to reverse them, but still, I just thought it was interesting. But we're definitely all in on that being when he goes down. We're definitely all in on that. I am. 275. Just like he comes up to 207, I come up to 275, which is the day. What's the 207th day of the year? It's 726, and iPad Goat is 727 long. It's the day before Earl's birthday. But 726 is the agape, G26. G for 7, 26. Agape, love. Strong's Concordance. Probably just coincidences, flashing trivia out there for you. I'm full of a lot of information. Anyway, that's it. Love y'all very much. So, Michael, we got a plan. Anybody else? Y'all know the plan. Y'all know what we're looking for. So I'm going to go back and rewatch all the movies again and start to look for, because I started the movie 7 and I was like, oh, I really don't want to watch this movie. It's just so dark and just ugh, ugh. But what did it have at the very beginning? A 10, 2, and 4 was on the badge. I mean, what about Donald Trump, October 2nd, Michael? You know what I mean? Like starting to look at all that gematria. Trump, October 2nd, crowning October 2nd, crowned October 2nd. All that stuff, Michael. Because if any of it pops up golf course, right? Or gives us a city, and then we find out he's heading to that city. I do think before we get there, the cyber attacks and internets and of things and things will just start going down. But we here, we will have fully been versed in everything, so we're not sweating nothing. All right, love y'all very much.